Hello, this is Miss Sally Snips. She's a 3-year-old this year, and she's a light shod Tennessee walking horse. She's had 60 days under saddle, and she's amazing in every way. She has had the most wonderful attitude, and she is so far ahead of the class that I can't wait to show her to you. Okay, pause. So, let's get started, Sally. Gonna do a quick job of brushing her off and getting her a little bit cleaned up for our ride out in the woods today. So, you can see she moves away from light pressure. That's my training style. I always teach a horse to move away from light pressure. It's a good idea that a horse have it naturally in their instincts to, or not in their instincts, but becoming second nature, that if you get squished between them and something else, that they will move away and give you space if you just put your hands on them and give them light pressure. And so we're just going to do a quick dust her off and go. And I'm going to take you guys on a ride through the woods with me. And you get to see what an amazing horse she is. She just has no resistance. She goes over anything, through anything, never misses a beat with her gait, and just what an absolutely wonderful attitude this horse has. If you just periodically just notice her ears are always up, and she's always got this docile, really docile nature. Now what I want you guys to be able to see is that is just how she is on a normal day being handled in this environment, and where she's, of course, she's been born and raised here, and so she feels comfortable here. But she's really a solid horse. She doesn't get weird when she's not in her home environment. And I'm going to make every effort to show you guys that too, that she is she's like a well-broke horse already. You'd think she had 500 hours of training, but she's just that good. So you aiming down here, you guys can notice how all I have to do is put my hand down and she picks her foot right up for me. I think that's pretty great. Pick it up. She just clips. She stands good for the farrier, which is me, by the way. I've done her shoeing. And so that's that. I'm going to quickly take the clippers out and show you how calm and comfortable she is with being clipped and having her ears clipped and everything. So I want you to see the overall horse with everything, no hidden surprises. Okay. All right. Now we're all plugged in. And you know, the neat thing about this little horse is that this is her every day of the year. She just doesn't seem to have a bad day. She's not moody at all. Got the ears in the video? Okay. And you can see she doesn't require any control measures at all. She just acts like an old pro because that's what she does. She's just had that much experience with all of this already as a 3-year-old. She's pretty much been there and done that. so I'd like you to just note how well she takes her equipment. There we go. Now we had Sally here last week. We had the 4-H kids here, and we had this area was stuffed full of little kids who had brushes and combs and all sorts of stuff, and we had about 10 little kids working on her at one time. There was just no room for me to get in there at all, and she thought she died and went to heaven. So I'm going to continue to tack up while I tell you about that. This beautiful little horse, such a beautiful heart that she took all of those little kids and one of the mothers from the 4-H group on rides. And every single kid got to feel what the gait of a Tennessee walking horse felt like, and the sweet disposition of a Tennessee walking horse, and it was just a fabulous experience, both for Sally and for them. So, we'll get her all tacked up, and then we're going to go have a beautiful ride down the track. Okay, to keep the saddle cinched evenly, prevents rubs and things. Okay, and then I've developed the habit of stretching out the front legs to make sure there's no skin folds underneath the girth. So that's an everyday part of our routine. And it's prevented some mishaps that sometimes people don't realize that there's a skin fold under there, and they don't understand why the horse is acting the way it is. So, as I always say, prevention is by far the best solution to any problem. So, we're going to tack her up, and this is not her bridle. I'm going to have to grab the right bridle. As you can see, I use it's a loose mouthpiece, loose cheek. It's got a 4-inch shank, and you can buy this bit at World Champion. It's called a colt breaking bit. And of course, it's a very mild bit if you don't over tighten the curb, which is true, the curb and the cavesson. And that's true for most any bridle. So you can see she doesn't struggle for taking a bit. She just takes it like she's been doing it all her life, even though it's only been 2 months. She just comes from a bloodline of horses. Her mom and dad both extremely docile, kind, willing horses, love to work with people, and she comes by that disposition naturally. And then of course, I've broke a lot of colts, and I know a lot of what not to do to create problems to have to deal with later. So that all helps. If they never learn a problem behavior, then they never know that it's an option. And so that's my school of thought on that. It's the way I do it, and I think it's what makes the safest horses for people that just want to own a reliable, fun horse. You know, not everybody wants a high-test show horse that does one thing. You know, I try to raise horses that have very natural gaits, but first and foremost, I want to raise horses that people want to own. Not just because they have a great gait, but also because they like working with people. They're calm, they're happy and positive, and this is not just fun for you, it's fun for them too. They like the relationship with you. That's what we shoot for. And now she's all set to go for the ride. I'm going to hook up the camera on me and take you for a ride with me.